guys, CeCe Clemons, aka Vibin' Weirdo. What's really good? Hope you guys are having a great day whenever you get to this video. I'm having a fantastic day. I'm having a great time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem review. I didn't think I would be dropping a review for this movie, but I enjoyed myself so much. I was like, you know what? Go ahead and share my thoughts on it. All right, so the movie is about the turtles. They've been sheltered and kept hidden from the world for so many years. All they want is to win the hearts of humans, the New Yorkers, and be accepted into their society. They meet a new friend, April, and she tries to help them kind of fight crime, to win the hearts of those people. But they realize they're kind of in over their heads. That's a really great plot to start out with. Seth Rogen is one of the producers. There's others, but he's like the main face of it because he's well known and has acted in other films. Y'all, I love this movie. I went into it like, okay, I'm not a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan. I grew up on it. Saturday morning cartoons, didn't have cable. Whoop, whoop. So the turtles counted up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was my version, and I loved it. I look forward to every Saturday morning watching that. Kirby, other stuff, we getting a little too deep, but I do have a love and respect for the characters, for the show, and then for this, which led into the movie. And what I really liked is they sound like actual teenagers. That is a very different setting from what we're all used to. Even the live action movies that came out back in the day. But it's like, well, they are teenagers. I love they stuck with that choice because it worked and flowed so well. It really did. I was walking into it thinking, I like the cartoon growing up. My sister wants to watch it. Let's go do it. And at the end of it, I was like, this is one of the best movies of the year. Like, that's how good it was for me. And what I like about the story is it perfectly displays the beauty and the sorrow of our need and desire for acceptance, while still remaining true to yourself and being who you are. The soundtrack was that was what I was most impressed with. I won't give the soundtrack names, but I wasn't expecting to vibe so much with the music throughout. A lot of films can have original soundtracks for the movie directly. I'm sure there was, but this one really leaned into, we already have great tracks out there that people love and fit the mood, and they leaned into it heavily. They really put that throughout the movie, and I was very, very impressed with that and happy. It was like a turn-up session for me. I was really elated, just like how the music was used throughout the movie. So, Ice freaking Cube. This dude, he was definitely the star of this movie as the Fly, or whatever his name is, the Fly character. What I loved about Ice Cube's voice acting, he was so genuinely, authentically himself. And if not, he leaned into it even more, just like they did with the music. He's like, I'm going to be myself and like add some extra sauce on it. There's no way you could walk out not knowing that was Ice Cube. He was hilarious. And like, there's some lines in there I'm like, man, I gotta watch this again because he's just doing so good and it's making me laugh. I feel like a kid again, honestly. He did a really, really fantastic job. Ayo Debris, I really love her character on The Bear. Really great show too. If you haven't watched it, believe the hype. And I was like, man, I really love her character as a black woman. I'm a black woman. I'm gonna relate and connect. And like, yeah, let's support. Let's go. I'm happy for her. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, be extra like that. She acted as April. She did a fantastic job as well. She did a great job with sticking to the script, but also being true to herself. Because I've seen some of her stand-up comedy. I'm like, okay, that's her all day. She came up with that. And I'm glad that they allowed her to do that, because it really created a great, fun film. There were people in the theater laughing at her lines, Ice Cube's lines, other people's lines. It was so freaking funny. So yeah, those were the standout characters for me personally that really made it work. The voice actors for the boys, I really felt like, man, I'm sitting here looking at 4 teenagers really interact with each other. My favorite is the purple character, Donatello. They all played their characters very well, had their distinct personalities, and it just meshed. The one I identify with most is probably the one with the rage issues. Yeah, the red, I think Raphael is the one I identify with the most. It's kind of like Powerpuff Girls. I identify with Blossom because I'm the oldest, but also Buttercup. We're getting a little too deep. Wow. And lastly, I'll say it was visually impressive. I knew getting into it just from the trailer, like, okay, this is definitely inspired from the Spider-Verse. Not mad at that, by the way. I didn't want to try to put it on the same level as Spider-Verse, because I don't even think that's possible. Colors don't pop as much as Spider-Verse, but for what it is and what they brought to the table, it was perfect. The human faces are a little jacked up, and I wonder if they did that on purpose for budgeting reasons, or if they just wanted to set it apart from Spider-Verse. But yeah, the human faces look very clearly like, ugh. And that also could be because of the whole them trying to be accepted, so not making them, I don't know, giving them the look that you look at turtles as. Maybe it's deeper. Maybe I'm gonna be quiet. But anyways, so that was very noticeable, but it still worked for me. And yeah, so overall, I loved this film. 5 out of freaking 5. I'm watching it again today after I record this. I might even get the popcorn bucket and drink combo. That's how much I liked it. It's one of the best this year. Top 5 for sure. Not even a question. I forgot to mention Jackie Chan. I loved him as Splinter. That was like a childhood dream come true. Like growing up on Jackie Chan and loving him and like hearing him voice. I was smiling from ear to ear. I was being like a little extra big kid in there. I was like, oh my God, Jackie Chan. Yeah. The only thing I would say that that would have made it even better is if they had all of like more special effects with the fighting scenes. But I have to also remember this is kind of like an origin story where they're teenagers and they're just getting out there fighting people or other creatures for the first time. So it's like, okay, they're not going to have those special moves and effects that I would look for with someone that's more experienced, more tenured. So I had to put that selfishness aside. And I was like, okay, if I take that aside, how? It's great. Way better than the live. I think they did a live action Ninja Turtle movie that went to theaters. Yeah. Canceled. Okay. This was fire. Absolutely. Check it out. I would highly recommend it. So those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. Drink your water. Important. Don't play games. Have a great day. Peace.